Hi, welcome to our video for the information and guidelines for the installation of Semi Precious Pebble collection. Let's take a look at the tools and materials that we'll be using. We've got notch trowel, thin set mortar, unsanded grout, sealer, damp sponge, XL gum rubber float, medium bristle brush, painter's brush, flat margin flooring trowel, utility knife and scissors, universal thin set, and grout mixing paddle, surface level, tape measure, bucket, and water. It is highly recommended that you dry fit your mosaic before installation. Now I've mixed up the Pebble mosaic tiles to get a nice mix of shapes and colors. All substrates should be firmly fixed, flat, clean, dry and free of contaminants such as dust, oil, paint, sealers, etc. to ensure proper adhesion. Alright, we're ready to apply some thin set. Now that I have my gloves on, we want to apply thin set to the wall by sections, and then use the notched edge to comb it. These grooves will give the stones extra grip. You want to make sure that your wall is completely covered. You don't want any bare spots. For optimal appearance, use gray thin set with dark mosaics and white thin set for lighter colors. Then you take your first section of pebbles and apply it to the wall. Just push it and give a little twist. Make sure it's in there really well. I find that it helps to use my dry rubber grout float, sort of tap the pebbles in. I'm going to start at the corner to make sure I have nice clean edges and work in section at a time. Some pebbles may need to be removed and replaced by hand to make the installation look more seamless. For certain applications, cuts may not be necessary, as there are no straight lines in the product. When approaching a straight edge, the last row of pebbles can be removed from the mesh and adjusted by hand. Now let's move on to the grouting. Before you begin, make sure the thin set is fully cured. Allow at least 24 hours, and ideally 48 hours, for the thin set to dry completely before starting the grouting process. Follow the manufacturer's instructions. Prepare and mix the grout color according to the recommended ratio and consistency. Apply the grout by spreading it over the pebbles with a rubber float held at a 45-degree angle. Work the grout into all the gaps, ensuring every space is fully filled. Gently use a bristle brush to help spread the grout evenly across the mosaic pebbles. Continue this process until the grout is distributed smoothly and evenly throughout the entire area. Using a brush, gently spread the grout evenly across the surface to ensure smooth and consistent coverage. With a damp sponge, remove the excess grout and gently smooth the grout surface. For the first cleaning, let the grout set for 10 to 15 minutes, shorter in hotter temperature or longer in a cooler environment. Then gently wipe the mosaic tiles with a damp sponge to remove the initial layer of haze, rinsing the sponge frequently in clean water. After the first pass, continue wiping the surface with a clean, damp sponge as needed. Rinse the sponge frequently in clean water. This helps clean the pebble surfaces and refine the grout lines for a smooth, even finish. In the event that one desires to better expose the pebbles, it is suggested that during the grouting process, the installer repeatedly removes the excess grout from the joints by the use of a soft medium bristle brush and sponge. Repeat the process of wiping the surface with a clean damp sponge. Using a soft bristle brush, gently brush off the grout until you achieve the desired pebble exposure. Then repeat the process of wiping the surface with a clean, damp sponge until the pebble surfaces are fully clean. Once the grout joints have firmed up, polish the surface with a damp cloth, rinsing it frequently in clean water to achieve a clean and final finish. many sealers available on the market, but we recommend contacting your nearest supplier to determine the most appropriate product for your application. Before applying the sealer, make sure the pebbles and grout are clean and completely dry. This is crucial to avoid trapping moisture. Remove any dust, dirt, or remaining grout haze from the surface. Follow the manufacturer's instructions and apply the sealer evenly using an applicator such as a brush. Always test the sealer first in an inconspicuous area to confirm compatibility and appearance before proceeding with full coverage.